ask that you guide us in our decisions. We ask a special prayer of healing for our fellow juror, Mr. Gilroy. And we just ask that you protect this country, and we give all praise and thanks to you. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd also like to say hello and happy birthday to my mother out there in TV land. All right, item 1 is hold a public hearing at 5:45 and serve as a board review to hear protests of current tax assessments and take appropriate action thereon. So what we're going to do, come back to that at 5:45, and then we're going to roll call first.
Thank you. I'm not even sure if
Just
my
letting
mic's
everybody
working.
know.
Is it working, Brandon? Yes. Okay, Mr. Abshire. Here. Mr. Andrew Pont.
Here.
Mr. Barty.
Here.
Mr. Bowers.
Here.
Mr. Burley.
here.
Ms. Eason. Here. Mr. Guillory is unable to attend. Mr. Hayes.
Here.
Mr. Landry.
Here.
Mr. Lewis.
Here.
Mr. Markentile.
Here.
Mr. Quinn.
Here.
Mr. Smith.
Here.
Mr. Stelly.
Here.
And President Barris.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. So we're going to jump to item 2. Item 2A, approve applications for liquor and beer permits. Staff recommends approval of 1 new application and ratification of 2 special event permits. I have a motion by Mr. Abshire and a second by Mr. Lewis. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries. 2B, adopt an
Move on to
ordinance
second.
approving the following rezoning application, a 2300 block of Mossville Way in Ward 4 to rezone from agricultural to light industrial to allow industrial development. I need a motion. The motion that you're making will be either to approve with conditions or to deny.
Approve with the conditions.
All right, Mr. Burley has a motion, and Mr. Markentile, Mr. Markentile seconds to approve with conditions. Any questions? Any objection? That item carries. 2C, authorize the Director of the Division of Planning and Development to notify the following property owners to show cause at a public hearing on November 6, 2025, as to why the structures on the properties as stipulated should not be condemned. Number 1, 9274 Gulf Highway, Lake Charles. 2, 1446 Hargrove Loop, DeQuincy. 3, 1024 Barrow Road, DeQuincy. 4, 3506 Pine Knolls Street, Sulphur. 5, 406 Gerald Drive, Carlos. And the motion is for all bullets by Mr. Landry and seconded by Mr. Markentile. Any questions? Any objection? That item carries. Item 3A,
Move on 3A.
approve the minutes of the regular meeting of the police jury dated August 21st, 2025. I had a motion by Mr. Stelly and a second by Mr. Quinn. Any questions? Any discussion? That item carries. 3B, adopt a resolution approving a cooperative endeavor agreement between the police jury and Dr. Joseph Dressler,
Second.
Calcasieu Parish coroner. Ms. Wallace, please let the record reflect I'm recusing myself from this item. Ms. Eason made the motion and Mr. Burley seconds. Any questions? Any objection? That item carries. 3C, adopt a resolution authorizing the Calcasieu Parish Public Trust Authority to proceed with the issuance of revenue bonds for the Imperial Calcasieu Human Services Authority project. Motion by Mr. Abshire and a second by Mr. Bowers. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries. Item 4A, adopt a resolution approving a permanent utility servitude with temporary construction servitude agreement for the East Calcasieu Parish Consolidated Waterworks project. And 4B, adopt resolutions, excuse me, my bad. 4A, motion by Mr. Stelly and motion, second by Mr. Hayes. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries. 4B, we'll need a motion on all
Second.
bullets. Adopt resolutions approving the expropriation of properties for the East Calcasieu Parish Consolidated Waterworks Project for permanent public facility servitudes and/or temporary construction servitudes. Motion by Mr. Landry and a second by Mr. Stelly. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries. 4C,
Move on.
adopt resolutions approving the expropriation of properties for the Ham Reed Road Extension Project Phase 2 for permanent right-of-way and/or temporary construction servitude. Motion on all bullets by Ms. Eason and a second by Mr. Barty. Any discussion? Any objections? That item carries. 4D, adopt resolutions approving the
Move on all
expropriation of properties for the Old Spanish Trail Waterline Upgrade Project for permanent utility servitudes. I've got a motion on all bullets by Mr. Burley and a second by Mr. Markentale. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries. Item 5. 5A, adopt a resolution approving a professional architectural contract for the Calcasieu Parish Engineering Building Improvements Project. Motion by Mr. Abshire and second by Mr. Markentale. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries. 6A, adopt a resolution approving the submittal of a grant application to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for the Family Self-Sufficiency Program. I got a motion by Mr. Barty and a second by Mr. Bowers. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries. 6B, adopt a resolution approving a cooperative endeavor agreement
6B.
for the Continuum
Second.
of Care Permanent Supportive Housing Initiative. Motion by Mr. Bowers and second by Mr. Burley. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries.
Move on 7A.
Item 7A, approve payment of all current invoices and advise regarding monthly budget to actual comparisons on the general fund. Motion by Mr. Andrepont, seconded by Mr. Barty. Any discussion? Any objections? That item carries. 7B, action on
7B.
bids for water level monitoring station parts. Staff recommends the bids of Blue Water Design Technologies, Campbell Scientific, Hydrolinks Systems, and OTT Hydromet be accepted. Motion by Mr. Burley, second by Mr. Bowers. Any discussion? Any objection? Item carries. 7C, action on bids for one 2025 or newer 1.5-ton extended cab long wheelbase dually pickup truck with mounted sign body. Staff recommends the low bid of Bolton Ford in the amount of $136,248 be accepted. Motion by Ms. Eason and a second by Mr. Lewis. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries. 7D, adopt a resolution on bids for East Calcasieu Parish Consolidated Waterworks Project Phase 5, Opelousas Street at LA Highway 3256 to LA Highway 90 at Boys Village Road. Motion by Mr. Stelly and a second by Mr. Abshire. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries. 7E, adopt a resolution on bids for Old Spanish Trail Waterline Upgrade Project Phase 2. Staff recommends rejecting bids due to budgetary constraints and requests permission to re-advertise. So we have a motion to do so by Mr. Burley and a second by Mr. Lewis. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries. 7F, adopt a resolution accepting the Epps Library Hurricane Replacement Project as substantially complete. I believe Mr. Smith has something.
Oh, okay. Well, thank y'all very much, Mr. President. I did have a long speech planned, but I want to kind of cut it short.
You got a little time?
I have a little time? Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody that, was on board for this, past administration, Brian, all the engineers, architect, the actual construction company, everybody that, really put their hand into this. I know it was a long process for the community, because they were definitely on me for some reason. But, because I even had nightmares about this. So, it's bad when you dream about it. So, But yeah, we're definitely happy in the community to get Epps Library, up and running. I know the actual re-grand opening is coming up, and I want to invite all y'all to come out to that, because it's going to be an epic event for the community. I know it took a while, but we definitely got it, and so I'm very, very ecstatic. You can tell I'm very happy, So I couldn't wait until I seen this, and hey, we definitely made it. Like I always say, we got it. Like you say, oh, Asian, we definitely got it. We got it. So thank y'all very much for anybody that helped out, to my fellow jurors, past and present. We definitely, appreciate y'all very much so. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Smith.
Okay.
All right, so we need any further discussion? Any objections? That item carries. 7G, adopt a resolution accepting the West Freon Lake Road and Sail Road project as substantially complete. Any discussion?
Motion and a second. Need a motion and a second.
Okay, let's see, anybody?
Abshire,
Yeah,
Andrew.
Mr. Abshire has made the motion, and Ms. Easton was second. And any discussion, anybody ecstatic? I figured the guys South Lake Charles would be just kind of like this one here.
I picked up on his pun on epic, so I like that.
All right, so any discussion, any objection? That item carries. So we got a few minutes. Yes, sir, Mr. Landry.
Point of personal privilege, I would like to ask the staff that we get an update on the IPA situation here in the next, obviously, it's not gonna happen tonight, but the next week or so, or by our next meeting.
We are in the work. That is in the works, Ms. Landry. Mr. President, I think we should stay in a recess.
We'll take a recess for the next few minutes.
You know which one that is. But that's the company. Yeah. You mentioned it to Quinn, I bet you he knows. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Great. Went to Baton Rouge last weekend. Went to the game, but we had my granddaughter had a soccer tournament all weekend.
More important, we need.
He tried. I'm gonna tell him to try again next.
like to re-adjourn
Thank you, Mayor.
for our hearing, our public hearing, as we serve as the Board of Review to hear protests on current tax assessments and take appropriate action thereon. Mr. Gabb?
Thank you, Mr. President. As you know, Ms. Landry, how you doing over there? Good?
Sir,
You doing all right?
I'm fine.
All right. Each year we come here, as Ms. Landry and you all know, to serve as the Board of Review on tax appeals for property owners in the parish. Wendy Aguilar, as the Calcasieu Parish Assessor, is here to present those appeals and, as prescribed by state law, serves as the advisor to you as the Board of Review. The appeals were due a week ago today, and at the time we had 9 appeals. We're down to 1. So that's a testament to Wendy's work on these appeals. The one appeal we have is Phillips 66. We've been here before, and I feel compelled to kind of give you guys a little background and refresher on what we've done with the Phillips in the past. Starting with the 2022 valuation, Phillips 66 did appeal that. The police jury, as Board of Review, upheld Ms. Aguilar's assessment at that time, and since that time, that decision has been reviewed by the Louisiana Tax Commission and the Louisiana Board of Tax Appeals, which both upheld Ms. Aguilar's and your decision. That appeal is now moved to the Third Circuit Court of Appeal. It is set for oral argument, I believe, sometime next month. The other years are also in the appeals process, and they are making their way through that process as we speak. But tonight, we're here for the 2025 valuation, and with that lengthy introduction, I apologize for it. I'd ask Ms. Aguilar to present the latest appeal to you from Phillips 66.
Thank you, jurors. Thank you, Mr. Gabb. As you know, as the assessor, our job here in Calcasieu, but every assessor, our job is to appraise the properties within our parish for property taxation purposes. We have approximately 115,000 parcels in Calcasieu Parish. We started this appeal process, what we call open book or public exposure, where we have our books open for 2 weeks for the public to review the valuations. We started with that, as Mr. Gabb said, we started with some informal appeals, people who don't actually go through the formal process. They just come and talk to us about their valuation. We started with 33 informal requests for review for this exposure period. 6 of those were local property owners. The other 27 were from out-of-state tax representatives that either didn't provide any information or did not proceed to go forward with any type of appeal. We received 9 formal appeals, which is what Mr. Gabb was referencing. We have either had those formal appeals withdrawn or they've been resolved. And so now we have this one appeal tonight, which is Phillips. And I'm going to turn the mic over to Mr. Cisneros so he can present his information to you.
Mr. President, as Phillips 66 representatives make their way forward, I believe we have 2 speakers, Mr. Tyler and Mr. Cisneros. We've addressed timing, combined about 5 minutes, but I'll keep track of that.
All right, thank you. State your name and address for the record. Of course, y'all know, you know all this.
Well, I didn't actually. Mr. Gabb informed me prior. But my name is Scott Tyler. I'm the general manager for the Phillips 66 refinery there in Westlake. My home address is 4240 Indigo Place, Lake Charles, Louisiana. I'm in Miss Eason's district and work within Mr. Burley's district. And so we are here, I think, as Mr. Gabb described and Mrs. Aguilar described, we are here in appeal relative to the evaluation in 2025. We understand that there's concern in our district and throughout Calcasieu Parish with our continued appeal and going through this process, and the process is lengthy. But Phillips 66 is only appealing the increases since 2022 that don't seem to be in line with other refineries in Calcasieu. Our property tax burden has more than quadrupled since 2017, with most escalation in recent years. We do have third-party assessments that do not support the evaluation that's presented by Calcasieu Parish. And we think it's important to know that we are still paying inventory tax, we pay income tax, and we're paying more than $7 million worth of property tax. It's that bit of escalation that we are appealing. We are open and we continue to be open and want to have dialogue with Calcasieu. We'd like to settle the matter with Calcasieu to avoid this protracted appeals process, and we remain committed to the community. Mr. Cisneros is with me today. He manages tax for Phillips 66, and so I'm open to any questions, and if I can't answer, then Mr. Cisneros may be able to do that. I believe all of the jurors have a formal copy of the appeal, and so does Ms. Aguilar at the assessor's office.
Mr. Andrepont.
I have some comments that I would like to make.
Sure.
You know, thank you for being here, and what's concerning to me is Phillips 66 is the only industry in Calcasieu Parish that continues to come on an annual basis to protest the assessment. I recognize it's your right, but at the same time, I realize the money is collected and putting in an escrow. But when it's put in an escrow, it's frozen. And we as a parish can't do anything once it's frozen. That number, as I appreciate, is $47.7 million. That's significant to the people here. Not only directly, which I'm gonna list these services that's impacted, but to the residents in this parish. The West Calcasieu Hospital, Lake Charles Regional Airport, Gravity District number 1. That is everything on the west side from the river to the state line. There's a lot of drainage, and we all get calls on drainage and flooding. That's significant. Recreation District, road maintenance, health unit, juvenile detention, mosquito control, criminal justice, the library system, the courthouse, and jail taxes. And I guess my point of view, if other industries would come forward, this would really cripple our parish. So this process is rather concerning to me, and I just wanted to share that.
I understand.
Mr. Landry.
Mr. President, thank you. So you've appealed a number of years, and as you said, this goes on forever. Now you've lost, I guess, I don't know wherever y'all going to now, but at some point this is going to end, and if you continue to lose that first one, are y'all going to drop the rest of them? I mean, like, how long is this going to go on? Because he said everything he said, I support him. He's right on the money. We got people in this parish that need these services, and we need. I mean, it's not free. You know, you got to collect the tax and to take care of the people, and we can't take care of them if you continue not to pay.
Well, I
don't want to pay either. I got a business. I don't want to pay. It's too high. If you ask me, it's too high. But you know what? I pay it.
So I understand what you're saying, and I do understand and respect Mr. Andrepont's comments. We are paying property tax. We're paying more than $7 million a year that is fungible be useful to the parish every year throughout this appeals process. We're appealing the difference in the escalation, and our position is that the escalation is not in line. We were quadruple since 2016. So the escalation that we've seen at Phillips 66 for this refinery is not in line with the escalation with other industry. We are the only entity in the parish who is quadrupled in tax burden. We haven't had any ITEP fall off, so we think we have standing in our position for the escalation. It is not accurate to say that we're not paying property tax. We are, in fact, paying property tax over $7 million a year that the parish is using.
But you're holding $47 million.
Because each year, as that escalation continues, that amount continues to build, and the appeals process takes a very long time to go through. That's why I said we're committed. We'd like to come to the police jury and work with Ms. Aguilar to come to resolution and not go through the lengthy process. We understand. We are committed to the community, and I think if you look at our record of public service and our employees volunteering within the community, you would see that we're part of the community and we want to remain so. But it is
I mean, look, you've been here forever, and you got a good company, you got good people working there. But that's not what we're talking about here. what is the process? What is left? Well, there's one more step, one more appeal that they can do. Is that correct, or?
Well, right now, the 2022 appeal, if you referred to that one, the longest one that's been pending, is at the Third Circuit Court of Appeals now. Don't know when that decision will be rendered, but after that, the last avenue would be the Louisiana Supreme Court.
Well, of course, I'm sure they'll just keep going. I mean, they're not gonna stop now. I mean, why would they, if you've gone this far? I mean, so they have to be told that they're wrong 4 times, and then we'll finally get paid. That's what you're telling me. Possibly.
The next step is the Louisiana Supreme Court from the Third Circuit, but the Third Circuit Court of Appeal has not rendered a decision yet.
All right. Okay, thank you, Mr. President. That's all I got.
Mr. Gabb, are we, is the police jury incurring any legal fees for any of this?
And no, Mr. President,
We're good.
we're good.
Okay.
Mr. President.
Mr. Bowers?
I just want to make the comment that I am pro-industry. My entire family works in industry. A lot of my friends work in the industry. I think the industry is great for this area for the reasons that we're talking about. But I think there's a lot of us, and there's a general sentiment here, that we're getting a little frustrated with this. And then I'm a numbers guy, I'm a data guy, so just with a quick Google search, you know, we obviously know that you guys owe us, you know, $47 million over the last 3 years. In that same 3 years, the CEO of Phillips 66 has made $61 million, averaging $22 million a year, which I understand is a big number, but you're paying one individual this amount of money, but then we're fussing over this less than that that are servicing thousands of people, tens of thousands of people. So we're gonna argue back and forth over this $40 million, which is a drop in the bucket for a $20 billion company. It's less than 0.25% the net worth of, or the net income over Phillips 66 over the last 3 years. So it seems like a fraction of amount that we're arguing on for the sake of billion-dollar companies.
I understand your comments. I don't agree that what our CEO gets paid is pertinent to the tax burden issue. I think that where our standing with this is that if our tax burden is quadrupled in this amount of time, then there's no other industry that has seen the same tax escalation. That's an issue for us. And as I stated earlier with Mr. Landry's comments, we are still paying property tax. The idea or concept, at least for me, of owing has to be settled in the court. So I don't take on that component of your statement. And I don't think it's fair to put our CEO into it. Otherwise, you might say, look at all of industry, gauge what all CEOs make of all of the 20-some-odd companies that work here and employ people, and then tax them accordingly to their CEO salary. That doesn't make sense to me. So I don't draw that same comparison.
Okay, but all the other industries aren't coming here year after year after year after year.
And no other industry has seen that escalation. That's why they're not here. I would tend to guess that if any individual's tax burden had quadrupled over that period of time, they would be in the same position as Phillips 66 is relative to this tax burden. If you saw that and you didn't see your neighbors in the same vein, you would have questions about it, and it would be your right to appeal. And we're trying to go through the process, and we'd like to, you know, part of the process is coming to the police jury, coming to the assessor's office, and trying to work a feasible solution. That's what we want to do. We're committed to that. We're open.
1 second.
Yes,
Ms.
sir.
Aguilar, could you come up to the podium one more time? If you can,
Yes,
I
sir.
just have a question for you. Can you explain this anomaly
Sure.
that he's speaking of?
Sure.
That the only one, I don't,
Okay.
Go ahead.
So in the state of Louisiana, business personal property, which is what we're talking about here, is assessed annually instead of like real estate is. So real estate is reassessed every 4 years, building and land, and everybody's familiar with reassessment year when it comes to that. That's when you guys may have some more people here when we do a reassessment year. With business personal property, it's reassessed annually, okay? And it's reassessed based on self-reporting forms. Not a perfect situation, but that's what we're dealt with in Louisiana. So it's based on the information that is reported by property owners. And what has previously happened is this particular account started reporting more information, and so therefore the information was then on the tax roll of what they started reporting, and that's where you start seeing the increases happen. And once an assessor's office has a valuation, we use the cost approach generally when we're using personal property assets. When Mr. Landry sends in his form to me and he tells me I have all these assets, we have a table that has age, life, depreciation, so forth, determined by the Louisiana Tax Commission that sets those tables. And if you have a bulldozer in one place and a bulldozer in another place and they're the same age, they should be taxed the same. That's the point behind using the cost approach on assets, okay? The problem is if one company turns in their bulldozer and the other company does not turn in their bulldozer, I can't tax something, I can't assess something that isn't turned in. I would have to go out and look for it. And that's the situation that we're in.
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Mr. Hayes,
Guys, are y'all in any way, shape, or form committed to binding arbitration as an option?
I don't have legal counsel here, so I can't speak to that.
Say that again?
I'm sorry. Thank you, Wendy. I don't have legal counsel here, and so I don't have authority to speak to that question.
I'm kind of in the same situation, Mr. Hayes. My legal counsel isn't here. I would have to discuss that with them to know how we should do some sort of arbitration. I will tell you that I have met with this group of people in an attempt to settle this appeal, and it has not been fruitful.
So I'm getting the idea neither one of you are using this as an option at all? An available option to you?
Sorry.
Boy, you're beating the path over there.
It's not part of the normal process.
Have you ever used it before?
No, sir. Not for an appeal for property taxation.
Thank you.
all right, so without any further discussion, go ahead, Mr. Gabb.
I think Ms. Aguilar is going to present for her position and probably ask you to uphold her valuation.
Okay.
If you're finished hearing for Phillips 66,
Yes,
then Ms. Aguilar can return.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate
Ms.
your time.
Aguilar, please.
Unless you have further questions, I really have I've explained everything that I had to explain, but I'm more than happy to take any further questions. Otherwise, I will ask you to uphold my value and let it move forward.
Second.
All right, I have a motion to uphold Ms. Aguilar's value by Mr. Landry and seconded by Mr. Marcantel. Any discussion? Any objection? That item carries. Thank you.
Adjourn.
With that,
Move to adjourn.